Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna teach you how to turn this photo or even this photo into this. Hello and welcome back. I'm Luvan. On this channel we do everything photo and video related, where we teach each other new things and potentially turn this side hustle into a full-time job. So around 6 months ago I was introduced to real estate photography. So as scared as I was not about to let this opportunity slip through my fingers. So I did some research. And that's where I came across exposure bracketing. So exposure bracketing is basically where you take 3 to 5 photos of different exposures. And once you're done with the free exposures, you import it into Lightroom or any application you use to edit your photos, and you merge them, and then in turn you create an HDR photo. Because of the nature of real estate photography, you are constantly faced with bright windows outside and dark interiors. So it's difficult to capture all the details with only one photo. The raw file might get you somewhere where you can use masks or overlays or gradient filters, but I found that exposure bracketing just works the best. Yes, it takes more time in post to merge these photos, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be happy. And most important, your client is going to be happy as well. I know there's people who uses flashes and lights to do real estate photography, but I myself have no experience in this. So if you have any, feel free to leave some tips and advice in the comments below on why you prefer that over exposure bracketing, or maybe do you even use both. First of all, what do we need? We need a camera. We need a wide angle lens. The 10 to 18mm Canon lens is a beast of a lens and it's cheap. You need a CPL filter. It's optional, but it works. It just gives you that extra little bit of professionalism. A lens hood. It's also optional, but believe me, lens flares can kill a photo. It happened to me plenty of times. There's workarounds. You can put your hand in front of the lens to actually remove the lens flare, or even remove your hand in post. I know. A lens hood just makes it quicker. Makes the editing in post also a little bit quicker. Tripod is a must, because you will do longer exposures, especially in dark rooms. Not all houses is lit equally, so you need a tripod. It's not an optional, it's a must, it's a necessity. Then a trigger, it's also optional. You can use the timer on your camera. As I've mentioned, you don't need a CPL filter or a lens hood or a trigger, but it does make your life easier. I've shot my first 20 to 30 houses without these extras. So it's not a necessity, but it does make your life easier. The most important things is the camera, the wide angle lens and the tripod. Okay, so now let's quickly dive into the settings, how to actually set up your camera to do exposure bracketing. For this tutorial and for most of my shoots, I use the Canon 70D. You will most definitely find your model on Google. Just search for how to set up exposure bracketing and you will find a step-by-step guide on how to do this. It's fairly simple. First of all, make sure you are on manual. Choose continuous shooting. You can use single shooting, but we are here to get the job done. Okay, press Q, tap on exposure comp. Turn the dial 2 clicks until you see the indicators show 1 full stop overexposed and 1 full stop underexposed. This is up to you, see what works best for you. Okay, so once you have your photos imported into Lightroom through that whole tedious process, now it's where the fun starts. Okay, you're gonna press Ctrl Alt, you're gonna select all your photos, you're gonna go into stacking. You're gonna say auto stack by capture time. Here you're gonna make sure you try to always make sufficient time before stacks, otherwise you're gonna sit with situations where you have 7 or 8 photos in one stack. I always try to do around 5 seconds. I may however have an issue with this one exactly because It's a shoot I already edited, so there might be photos that's rated that's going to be in the stack as well. Just ignore it if there's 4 photos in the stack. Yeah, you'll see most of them has 4 now. That's fine. For the sake of this tutorial, it won't matter. The ideas is still the same. You're gonna have your stacks. Yeah, you're gonna go to develop mode. Then you're gonna deselect all, Control D. You're gonna go to your first stack. What you'll normally do is you're gonna click right and you're gonna say photo merge and you're gonna say HDR. Depending, if you have 49 stacks and you have to do that for each stack, it's gonna take you the whole day. And this is something I did because I didn't know how to make this quicker, and I also at some point bought a script from some website and that didn't work for me as well. So the bonus tip today, only for you guys, you're gonna hit a stack, you're gonna press Ctrl Shift and H. Photo merge added to stacks. You're gonna go to the next one, Ctrl Shift H. You're gonna go to the next one, you're gonna get Ctrl Shift H. You see the operations will start stacking up and they're in the queue, so you can run through all of your stacks. Go make us some brew of coffee or something, whatever you fancy. We'll come back and you'll get cracking on those edits. Guys, I hope you found today's tips useful. If you did, consider giving it a like. If you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing. If you'd actually like to see my workflow in Lightroom on real estate photos, please leave it in the comments below so I can get right onto it. Go out, go make it happen. Till next week. Cheers. Pew. Sup?